Hey there, fellow marketers, Professor Wolters here, and today we're going to talk about networking. And what I want to really focus on is what you can do to kind of strengthen your networking skills and strengthen your network overall, because your network, that's what's going to help you find that next job. You know, some say it's up to 70% of jobs are found and created because they knew someone. It's someone from their network that recommended them or let them know about that job opening, right? And if you look at sales, there's some statistics that say, look, using your network is 80% more effective than just cold calling people out of the blue saying, hey, do you need a new car warranty? I mean, think about it. You don't answer those cold calls, but if it's somebody you know, it's a better chance you will listen and you might buy. And that's why it's important for us, whether you're looking for a new sale or looking for a new job or just looking to strengthen your network, there's some things you can do to help make these personal bonds stronger between yourself and other people in your network. And it's not always an easy thing to do. I mean, we all live in a busy world. It's hard to find time to really strengthen our relationships and strengthen our networks. So what we have is this thing called LINK to help you, an acronym, to help you strengthen that network, okay? And so the L stands for learn, okay? The I stands for invest, the N stands for nurturing, and the K stands for keeping, okay? So if we go through it, we look at learn. Like, what do you mean by learn when it comes to networking? Learn about the people in your network. Learn what their needs are. Learn what they do to help other people. Learn what's important in their industry. Learn what's important in their business. Learn about their competition. The more you learn about the people in your network, the more likely you're going to have something to talk to them about. You'll be able to relate to them. You'll be able to answer their questions and help them with their issues. And you're showing them that, look, I've learned about you. I've learned about your industry. I care enough to learn these things. That's going to help make those bonds stronger. And the thing is, when you learn that, you might actually help them make connections. And sometimes when you're building your network, it's not always about helping yourself out. You might be helping out this one person in your network saying, oh, you need information on DC. You know, and I'm like, well, I got a buddy of mine, Rob, who works in DC, who knows a lot. I can connect you. Now, I'm not making any money off that. That's not making me anything. But it is helping strengthen my network because I help them, Rob and the other person, make that connection themselves, right, together. Like, oh, wow, you learned how you could help us, Mark. Thank you. And that improves the perception they have about you in your network. So that's a good thing, okay? So learning about the people is really important. Now, the second thing, the I, is invest. And that means you need to invest time and you invest energy in your network. This isn't just a once every so often I send out a happy birthday thing when Facebook says hi. No, you go out and you take the time, you use the energy to make sure you're making those relationships. Because think of the relationships in your life that have ended. Why did they end? Well, no one was invested in the relationship. We weren't taking the time to make sure we were still going to the movies and going out together and having nice meals together and showing we cared about each other. And so the relationship died. It's the same thing in business with your network. If you're not investing that time and energy to keep it going, well, it's going to die. And people see that in business and in personal life. The more you invest in that relationship, the more people are willing to stick with you. And that kind of goes into the N, nurturing. Look, you have to nurture the network. You have to work with these things. Like I said, over time, we're investing our time and our energy, right, into this relationship. And with that, we're nurturing it. We're growing from it. We're growing our understanding of them, and they're growing their understanding of us. And so we're really cultivating something where we're really helping each other out. And in this part is where we really start to determine how we can really help them and how we can help them in a special way, something more than other people in that network. That's why when you think about it, your best friend that's out there, why are they your best friend? They've nurtured that relationship. You've nurtured that so much that you have so many secrets together and so many adventures together that, wow, we really, really come together. It's the same thing here. You got to nurture that business relationship as well. And then the K part in LINK is keeping. We need to keep our relationships going. We got to work at keeping these things there, right? And they all kind of go together. We learn about them, we invest them, we nurture it, and that's all to help it keep going. And what we're talking about is you need to make sure you're constantly being seen. You're constantly there for them when they need you. And what helps with that is if you're known in your industry, you know, you're talking at the the industry trade fairs and you're going to these events and people are seeing you like, oh, there's Mark, there's Mark, there's Mark. You start to see that, wow, Mark puts in the effort. He's always there. You do that and people see that. That helps them like, wow, we're really Mark's trying to keep this relationship going because he's here to help me all the time. And the thing is that doing it again and again and again, you're really looking at being persistent with helping out your network and getting to know your network. If you really want to get to know your network, you're listening to everyone. You don't just listen to just your best people in your network. You listen to all people in your network, because you can learn a lot about things you might not have known about an industry or a niche or a trend that's coming. So the more information you're kind of coming up with and you're learning about, that's more things you can share. Okay, and if you're showing them that you're up on the trends and you're letting them know what else is coming up in the industry, that gets them thinking, oh, I want to keep Mark around because Mark knows what's going on. And so you kind of take these things together and really take it to heart when you're managing your network. It makes it a lot easier to keep that network. It's a lot easier to keep it strong and keep people coming back to work with you and you wanting to work with them, because if you have invested so much time, so much energy, you've nurtured this relationship, it's more likely you're going to do business with them in the future, continuing on. Hence why, if it's someone you already know and they call you about a business deal, you're more likely to answer the phone and talk to them about the business deal than if someone you don't know calls you up, okay? So just something I want you to think about when it comes to networking, because honestly, your next job, right, or your next sale is probably going to be coming from your network, right? And so remember that and build up those networks, because it does pay off. I know for myself, all the jobs I've gotten over the years, it's because of networking. Who I knew, how I knew them, what I knew about the industry, who let me know who to talk to. Because sometimes it's just knowing the person. Hey, who do I need to contact at Nova in Lisbon to get a job there? Well, this person that worked at Illinois where I went to school told me that this is the person to talk to, so then I wrote to them. That's using your network. So know those things, nurture those things, and grow it. It'll help you more successful. So I'll say bye and have a great day. So bye from here in Savannah.